I would start a video blog so that you can follow me on my journey. I hope to inspire you with my dedication and help you realize that if you have passion, you can overcome whatever life throws at you in order to reach your goals. In each post, I hope to highlight some of the science behind why I train the way I do, some key training sessions I will do in my prep, and how I balance all that with being a coach, RMT, and having a family. I also plan to highlight the stories of some of the athletes I coach and how triathlon has shaped their life and their journey, as well as talk to some of the other coaches that I work with. I hope you learned something and are inspired and not too bored. In this pilot vlog, let's go back to where it all started, childhood. My parents were athletes. My aunts, uncles, grandparents were all very focused on sports, health, and wellness. So it wasn't surprising that being an athlete wasn't a question. It was just something that my family did. Now, all this being said, my family also liked to party, so I guess the theme was work hard, play hard. And that mantra sticks with me today, but it's more like work hard, play harder in a way that won't affect the hard work. I don't party as much, if really at all. Anyway, from a young age, I was swimming. I was also biking, though I don't think I biked that much from the ages of 9 until 18. And I was running. My first sport was soccer. I started that when I was 8. I also played a bit of basketball, skated, played volleyball, skied, both downhill and water skiing, and a few other things. When I turned 11, though, I found swimming, and that became my sport with a little soccer on the side. And I swam all the way until my second year of university. As a female athlete in high school, it was hard not to get caught up in body image issues. Puberty completely derailed my swimming, and I went from a provincially ranked swimmer at 13 to barely qualifying for the regional meets at 14. It was pretty devastating. After struggling for a few years, I thought that my weight was the issue. I resolved to lose weight. I counted calories and lost 35 pounds. I still wasn't fast. I quit the swim team in second year university and started running. And I was fast. At 110 pounds, you're gonna be fast. And I also did a few local triathlons for fun. But then came the stress fractures. Since I couldn't exercise, I gained all the weight back. This was especially hard on me. In fourth year of university, I found the McGill Triathlon Club, and this reignited the spark for triathlon. It hasn't been smooth sailing since then, but slowly but surely, I got fast and relatively healthy again. I found my coach Adam in 2009 and turned pro in 2012. A divorce and knee surgery later, I was finally ready to come back. But I found my body had changed once again, and I struggled to find my run form. I decided my run wasn't fast enough for me to compete at the pro level, but a solid swim and bike would put me near the top in my age group. I qualified for Kona in Maryland of 2019, and it's been a long block of training so far. That's been giving me a chance to work on my bike and my run and get those even faster. I think I'm in my peak triathlon shape and ready for restrictions to be lifted and racing to come back. So that brings us to present day. So let's go through a typical day in the life. So let's start with this morning routine that I do every day. This is basically a mix of self-massage, loosening up the feet, fibular head, loosening up the hamstrings, all of the muscles that attach to the ischial tuberosity, and then a bit of glide and posterior chain stretch. Then I move into some core and glute activation. Next is some mobility through the spine and opening up the hips. I add some hip abductions to wake up the muscles on the side of the hip. Then I do some more hip openers and some back and mobility work. Then some harder glute activation and some glides. Next is some standing mobility. So this takes us through this morning routine. Next is time for vitamins, coffee, and small breakfast of oatmeal bread with almond butter, and time for me to reflect on the previous day. I'll usually do my first workout early to late in the morning, just depending on the schedule. Today was a brick.
Don't talk about it. Oh boy, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. If you do, I'll cry. Don't come around me. Oh Lord,
tend to eat relatively healthy, include protein and vegetable at each meal, which does take a lot of planning. I am Italian and bread is my favorite food. So long as I can get in the good stuff, I'm not very restrictive about my eating. Since I'm always on the go, I rely a lot on protein drinks. Isogenics is my go-to, and collagen powders to get my protein intake when I have long shifts as a massage therapist and can't cook my meals. Here, this is an egg white omelet with cheese and roast veggies and toasted bread and butter on the side. This is a typical post-morning workout breakfast for me. So I mostly work out twice a day. My key workout is typically in the morning, and then I usually do a second lower priority workout later in the day. I find having a clear headspace is better for my quality sessions. As I said, I'm an RMT. I work part-time at my massage clinic. So typically that's where I will be after my workouts or on Mondays and Thursdays when training is lighter. So as I said, planning my real meals really is key. Tonight's dinner, pasta with meat sauce, and roast vegetables. I do like wine, but I try to stick to 1 to 2 glasses, 1 to 3 times a week. And my favorite dessert is an assortment of cereals, granola, Rice Krispies, Shreddies, whatever there is. So this brings us to the end of this pilot vlog. I'd say that the theme is that my life is made up of habits. My days follow a certain pattern. I do the same thing almost every day, if not every day, then every week. My next one will probably highlight the 10-mile race that I just did. And if there are things in particular that you want to hear about, please subscribe and post them in the comment section. One last thing, full disclosure on my sponsors. So I do receive discounted or free services from these individuals or companies. However, I don't receive kickbacks or referral discounts from them, and I only partner with them because I truly value the services and our products that they provide. And I'm incredibly grateful to have them in my corner. If you want to follow my day-to-day training and life, you can visit my blog on Facebook. Miranda Tomenson Tries is the extension. So thanks for listening and have a great day.